So guys, welcome back to Time Tenshi. Yes, as I said, I was not dropping this series. I'm continuing on. There may be a third series added, depending. I've not yet uploaded the video that should have came out last night. Hopefully, fucking came out last night. For me anyway, about 6 PM EST. My video schedule will be about 11-12 o'clock. You may see it a bit later at like 1, but at that point it'll be rushed out. There'll be no specific timer. Probably the latest it will go is like 2 AM my time. If I can't keep it on like a Monday or a Sunday. Sundays might not be my upload day, but you never know. But I always ramble at the start of these with nothing funny to say. So let's just get into it. After about an hour of lying in my bed alone, mulling over the thoughts, I heard my door creak open. I looked behind me, seeing Kyo in her normal outfit, her chest still swollen. She was smiling. Oh, hey Kyo, how are you feeling? Fine. Sorry about before. We didn't mean to scare you or anything. Oh no, it's fine. You didn't, it was just a lot at once. You can't scare a man with that. You can, but I think he was pleased. Yeah, they are pretty huge, aren't they? I mean, that wasn't what I was referring to, but yeah, they're pretty huge. Hehehe, thanks. She swung them around proudly, looking back up at me, walking into my room and closing the door softly. Cheeky bitch! Cheeky bitch! I'm not arguing on it. Before I knew it, she had again removed her dress and was sitting at the foot of my bed, leaning forward so her cleavage spilled out and outwards in front of me. Wanna know a secret? And this is the real Kyo talking, not the one that was here before. I promise. Sure. I kinda like them this big. Really? How is that? I don't know. I know most women would hate to have them this huge, because they get in the way and they're heavy, and they get you all the wrong attention, and I don't know. I just don't mind them all that much. They make me feel like I stand out for once. Degenerate. I feel like this is 95% of weeblets, their tits. They're just like, I want tits, they make me stand out. I feel like this is rather an otaku thing. Because she has nothing to make herself stand out, and she just wants some attention. Oh, actually that's wholesome, But she's going for tit expansion. She's going for big tits. I don't think that's wholesome. This ain't it, Chief. Also, I think you've definitely got attention now. Wrong kind of attention. I wonder how much porn has been drawn of you, especially breast expansion. I don't want to know. Please don't send me any on Discord. Please, God, don't send me any. Now that I've said not, the people are gonna send me porn. Oh fuck. My Discord's going to be cursed. We sat there in silence for a bit. Stand out? What? So before them, you never? Not really. I was the wallflower type back in high school and college. People passed by without a second thought. I kept to myself, so that didn't help. But with these, she pointed out extraordinarily sized gifts, they made me feel like I could stand out. Heck, even when they were back at their odd size, I felt so much more confident than I usually did. And well, I wouldn't mind if... She stopped mid-thought, looking behind her at the door. I should go before I get you in trouble with Michelle. Thank you for hearing me out, Kenji. You just like, oh, I was flat and now I've got tits. It's the flat girl mentality. It's just like, either way, there's positives and there's negatives to either side of the spectrum. Because if they're big, they hurt. If you're small, no one pays attention. No. Okay, no one pays you the wrong type of attention. Actually, that's a good thing. Also, where the fuck did that wisecracker come from? Of course, Kyo. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. Why the been blueballed twice in one night. Poor guy. I actually feel bad for this lad now. He's been blueballed twice in about the space of, let's say, an hour or two. I lay back, smiling, satisfied with how my day had went, and yet thoughts still pried in my head. As I calmed down, my mind couldn't help but to drift to the events of only a few days before. I tried to toss them away as I drifted off to sleep. Yay! I was just standing there. I was just watching as the whole place burned. I felt so useless, watching my home burn to the ground. I felt the heat wiping onto my face in that scene that seemed so close by. I couldn't move my feet. They felt like lead. I swear I could hear the panicked cries of my family from within the smouldering wreck of my old shelter. Your home is shelter now. I think homes and shelters are different things, because homes are nice. Shamedly, you don't have one anymore. Now you just have women throwing themselves at you. And dead parents. Hey, he's a pro tag. Throughout. 95% of pro tags have at least one dead parent. Hey! These memories seared and burned inside me until I awoke in the middle of the night. Thirsty, I needed to go up to the cafeteria. Slowly, I made my way upon my bed and onto my feet, giving myself a few seconds to register my consciousness. So I woke up in a cold sweat after watching his house just burn. I feel like I shouldn't make a joke, so I won't, because this is pretty serious PTSD. And you'd never be able to shake the sight of your parents dying in a house fire. Then I began stepping out into the hallway and towards the kitchen. Even during the evening, the lab had dim lights across its hallway, just in case. I trailed along the hall and made it into the kitchen. Better. I don't know how to make a gulping, so I just practice. I set the glass in the sink, not wanting to make too much noise this late at night. I looked at the microwave's clock and noticed it glowing a neon 1 a.m. It's not even 1 in the morning. How is it that late? It ain't that late. I ran my hand over my face and made my way back to my room. I kept thinking about what Kyo said. Maybe I should consider talking to her. Might help get a few things off my... Huh? I whispered to myself as I passed by the main lab doors. I peeked nearby. The doors were left slightly open. Through the crack, I couldn't make out much, aside from one of the screens from the machine flickering the light. I could barely make out the image it displayed. A silhouette of some sort. But what? Just like that, it went out. I suddenly backed away from the door in shock. Feeling that whoever was inside may be upset that I was spying on whatever they were doing, I dashed to the end of the hall and took a turn, but not before turning my back to the wall and leaning my head around the corner. The light down the halls, while sufficient for seeing things, was still very dim, and some things were hard to make out. As the lab door swung open, I could see a figure of some sort step out. It's Michelle, you fucking retard! Who it was, I couldn't tell. You can see the outline of the figure. You can see the outline of the figure. So how can't you tell? Also, wouldn't you go to tenshi just like, oh, someone was using the computers at 1 in the morning. I don't know who. I don't know why. You may want to set up a camera. Set up a camera. Don't fucking tell anyone and record the bitch. That's coming out from even... I'm not smart. I'm just going to say that now. I'm not smart. And even then you're just like, I need to tell people there's bitch in the fucking lab. But it was definitely female in stature. Long hair, fit and voluptuous. Voluptuous doesn't narrow the such anyone anyway. Long hair doesn't really either. Fit doesn't either. You've just named 3 things that they all are. Actually, I'm not too sure I'm having long hair. But if you're just going long hair, then it's definitely between Kyo and Michelle, at the least. Which woman it was, if I had to take a guess, I'd say it looked like... Just as I got lost in my thoughts, the figure turned towards me. I pulled my head back and turned to my bedroom, dashing silently towards it before slowly closing my door and plunging beneath my covers. Had she seen me? I hoped not. I laid there, expecting someone to walk in, but no one did. I went silent, feeling my breath slow and heartbeat relax as my tired mind overcame me, slowly drifting off to sleep. I'm not too sure if I should. I kind of want to leave it here, but I kind of don't. Yeah, let's keep it going. Alright, Kenji, time to wake up. Now let me do my best impression. No, suffocate my pillow with a... No, suffocating myself with a pillow will only get me one place. And that's on the floor. Ugh. Is it going to be like this for all of us every morning? Now get up. Felt something cold and metallic poke me on the side. Ugh! Ha! There he is. Now come on. We've got work to do and we'd like you out there too. I managed to look up and see Rose, already in her outfit attended for the time window, with a woman from Quantech up to their deeds again. After a minute of gaining my bearings, I stepped out into the hall, then into the lab. Inside were the 3 girls, as well as my grandfather. All right, ladies, ready to go through. Remember, we're going back to roughly the mid-1700s China. Why are we going again? Confirmation on the Qing dynasty. Pretty well documented. We just want to see the validity of said document. Now go ahead and head out. Kenji, here yet? Yes, over here. I stepped up to the platform, looking out the time window as it began humming, warming up to activate. Excellent. Hang here for a minute so I can get a second pair of eyes. Any contact to worry about this time? Not that as I can see thus far. Looks like a pretty quiet time. Usually they lie for a few days before setting up another adventure. We take that downtime as an opportunity to do what we initially intended to do with the time window. I nodded and stepped back, watching the time window as it whirred to life. The girl stepped through, vanishing through the flash of light. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Our last trip wasn't that long ago, Rose. Are you still anxious? I don't know, Kyo. For some reason, every time we go through, we seem to get bigger. Really? Why do you sound so excited about that? It's both in one! Both girls gasped. The effects took hold, this time in sudden bursts. Their chest vaulted forward, their cambering curves making their tops stretch outwards as they gained inch after inch of bust. Rose stared wide-eyed, watching as the growth took on a new form compared with the one she was used to. It was a slow build-up usually, but now it seemed so spontaneous and sudden. The thought that the effects upon her body were different every time worried her, and she bit her lip as another burst of growth made her expand several more inches in the bust. Kyo, on the other hand, did little more than giggle as her boobs reached the size of her head. Even at such a ridiculous size, she didn't seem to mind them, as she had gotten much bigger in the past. While Rose saw giant boobs as a burden, Kyo outwardly loved seeing them get all big and swollen like they did, and she even bounced around in place, watching them jiggle and sway proudly in her skimpy outfit. Do you have to like it so much? Do you have to hate it so much? Kyo stuck her tongue out at Rose, while Rose did the same. Scowl on her face as they eventually reached the desired time period. I feel like I should leave it here, because I feel like I've just entered into a meaty part of the game. So we're going to take it on from next time, from them entering from them entering 1700s China. So we'll leave it here for now, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.